Hello, darlings. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you're another YouTuber, let me know down in the comments and I will sub you back. Now stay safe, get your boosters, and here's the video. Hello, darlings. It's Brandy here. Today we are doing a super cute lady bee with flowers set. But first, it's shameless promotion time. Okay, y'all, our Easter stuff is out. We have some super cute items. Lots of flowers and flower mixes to go with the ladybugs and the dragonflies and all that stuff from the previous drop. So they kind of just meld together perfectly. We also have the UV flower mixes, all different colors. Our glitters are poppin', especially the Star and Star glitter and the color change glitter. You can use that with the color change flowers and just create some poppin' ass nails. And for our Christian folk, we have some beautiful crosses. The modern cross is gone. It got sold out really quickly. So if you want to get these, you need to get your hands on them because, you get them while they're here, because once they're gone, they're gone. Okay, y'all, and I have one more announcement. Cherie from Just Nailed It has her 1,300 subscriber giveaway going. I'm a sponsor, She Modern's a sponsor, Charlie's Nail Art is a sponsor, and I believe she has one more international. So the She Modern is 3 $50 gift cards to use on anything. I believe Charlie's Nail Art is $10, and mine is you get a set of the double XL tips, and then kind of like a grab bag of stuff, and it's not going to be all, like old stuff, or all old stuff, I should say. You'll get some good goodies in there. Whoever wins for me, I'm going to contact, or they can contact me actually. That's probably safer. They contact me and we'll see like favorite colors, smaller charms, larger charms, whatever. So you will have a nice little catered to you little kit. But I do have to say, follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, your ass gets kicked to the curb. She will check. She always checks, and it's sad when someone wins and then she goes and checks and she has to redraw again. So follow all the rules, please. So now with that, let's get on to the video. So I wanted to add some shimmer and sparkle to this. So I am taking a pink frosted polish and I am just dry brushing it onto the nail. And basically that means I'm only using enough polish to cover the surface. It's not streaky, and I don't know if that's because it's a rubber base coat color or if it's just, the Francesca brand. I don't know. But it went on very nice, very even though I was dry brushing it. So there's a little technique there. Okay, now a while back I did this design and I wanted to come back to it again because it was just so cute. Now I'm building honeycombs. So the way that I do it is I do 2 parallel lines and then you kind of make like a less than or greater than symbol on each side to get you the 6 sides of the honeycomb. Sorry. And I'm leaving it in real time so that you see, it is painstaking to do it. And I could have stamped it on there, but I had a very specific design of the honeycomb that I wanted to do. And I would just say go larger than smaller, because if you don't, you're going to be there all day trying to do 2 nails partially covered. And I'm using my very finest brush, just like, it's kind of like sketching it. And then I'm going to go with a larger brush after and make the lines thicker. The original one, I used black to sketch it, and the black just kept coming through and it just didn't look right. So I said to myself, I'm going to try this again in the future, but I'm going to use the orange instead of the black, and it came out fabulous. Marvelous, okay? Now, once you have your first honeycomb done, you just follow the lines and you can build it like so easy, so quick, because you're just doing the same thing over and over again and you're seeing it, like step by step by step. so that you know if you're going too small or if you're growing too large, because you want them to be as close to the same size as possible. So I just wanted to have that shown to you. And like I said, I could have stamped it, but I really wanted to have larger honeycombs, which I didn't have in my stamping plates. And I wanted to have a specific design. And you will see, because I want to add the Lady Bee magnet on there. And I thought I had the honeycombs like perfect, but the magnet was still bigger than the honeycomb. But that's okay. And see here, like I'm getting a little smaller, a little crooked, so I can fix that as I'm going along. But in the end, it's not really that big of a deal. A lot of these lines are going to get softened once you put the actual quote-unquote honey on there. So you don't have to worry about if they're a little jagged, or like I said, if they're crooked a little bit, or if you're getting smaller. It'll all come through in the end, okay? So don't sweat it. It's not a big deal. Just take your time, and you will get it done. Okay, y'all, I'm going to super speed this up, because if I don't, it is just going to take forever, because, you know, you need to take your time and just focus on that. But hopefully, you know, this will be a good example for anyone that would be interested in doing this design. If you are still watching, please hit the like button. Let your girl know you were here. Leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and hit that bell. If you don't hit the bell, you will miss my future uploads, because that's just how YouTube works. All the likes and the shares and all that stuff, the subscriptions, the bells, they all count towards the YouTube algorithm showing our videos to people who might be interested. So if you don't hit the bell, like I said, you will miss future uploads, because that's just how YouTube works. So it's not really small creator friendly in general, but likes and shares are a quick and easy way to support any YouTuber that you may be watching. It's quick and it's free, so help a girl out. Please and thank you. Mwah, mwah. Okay, so here's the final look from that and the two of them together. And like I said, I'm just happy with the way they came out. I really, really am. So I pre-painted the magnet. Now I could have put it on there and painted the honeycombs around it. That would have been smarter. But I was so worried about the honeycombs, I went straight in on them. So in the future, if you want to put a magnet in a design somewhere, put it on the nail before you start the design, okay? Because it will make it a ton easier. So I'm taking my drill gel glue and I'm putting it on the nail and then putting the painted magnet on the nail as with it. So I wanted to put a nice little dollop, and like I said, I didn't get the honeycomb big enough, but that was my big blooper of the whole thing, is that I should have put the damn magnet first. That would have made so much more sense. Okay, so I'm going in with white polish to try to get rid of that metallic rim around the outside, and I end up doing 2 coats and putting some on the top because it was kind of looking uneven, and you don't want that, because the whole point is to make the magnet part of the design. Even though it's raised, you know, you don't want to walk around with a big Kawhi charm on your hand. This is a perfect solution for that. You do have to be careful. I mean, they're magnets, but you know, if you start like banging your hands into stuff, it's gonna pop off. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, of course. We do have the magnets on the website, so if you are interested in that, you can come and take a look. Okay, so here we are with a thicker liner brush, and I am going around the outside of the magnet to make it look like it's part of the honeycomb more, and I'm going to thicken out those lines like I was saying, because you really want the orange to kind of show through, just to make it look kind of like an ombre-ish, but you'll see. I really like the design. It was just stupid of me with the magnets. Okay, so that's how it looks pretty much at the end. I'm just going through and finishing up all those lines to make them thicker. Now we're going to put the other side of the magnet onto the charm. I always triple check to make sure it's right. It's not a big deal if it's wrong. You just take it off the charm, not off the nail, because if you take the magnet off the nail, it ruins all your hard work. So I'm just using the UV gel drill glue. Again, I did scuff the back of the charm so that the magnet will adhere better, because, you know, like you're supposed to buff your nails before you put on base coat and stuff. It helps it adhere better. So now I'm taking my thicker liner brush and I am just filling in all the holes with yellow, cream yellow, and that's gonna make the part of the ombre, because like I said, all that stuff is going to soften. I'm going to use like, it's not really a jelly, but it's not a cream either. So I'm going to use that as the honey. Sorry, I was pretty much out of frame for most of this, so. Plus, I don't want to bore you with the same thing over and over again. So now I'm going to add the yellow to the magnet. And it doesn't affect the strength of the magnet. I mean, they're pretty strong. If you have them and they go together, you hear a click, click. So yeah, they're pretty strong. So you don't have to worry about covering it up with multiple layers of polish, because I did like 3, 4, I think it ended up with 5 layers total. So, and it still stayed perfectly. Now I'm going to go in with my She Modern Satin top coat, because I didn't want to do matte, because oil, like cuticle oil, ruins matte finishes. So I wanted it to not be as shiny as the honey, but I didn't want it to be totally matte. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the polish and I put a nice dollop on there, and I am pushing the polish towards the edge of the design. So that way you're not trying to brush it backwards. You're literally just pushing it right up to the edge, which you should know how to do if you're painting nails on people or on yourself, because that's a good way to get close to the cuticle without actually getting any flooding going on. And I mean that for gel polish, not for regular polish. So just for clarification. So here is the other nail. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Brush it where it needs and then just push it up into the design. It makes it so easy to get up close to those edges. And I love the satin finish. I love it. You will be seeing it because, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of matte. So I will be using satin in a lot of designs. Okay? She Modern. Fire! Alright, so now we're going to get into this honey. I am literally just taking an old brush that I ruined and picking up a large amount of that in between yellow polish. And see, like I said, I'm putting a nice juicy layer on there, so all those lines get softened and you get more of an ombre look instead of an outline. It's not a true ombre, but you know, once you add that on there, it makes everything look better. Now, to create your drip, you can do this with like drip nails for Halloween, or like, you know, designer drip or whatever. I make a dollop on the bottom and then pull it up so that it looks literally like a drop is falling off, because that's what works best for me. I'm sure other people have different ways that they do it, but I've found that it makes it look the most natural to do it that way. Because I really wanted that 3D look. So you're totally getting it. When I was putting the regular cream yellow on there, I was doming it up, you know, instead of just trying to make it lay flat. So, I mean, it kind of looks like a piece of corn. But I don't mind. I think it came out cute, so I'm happy. I hope you guys like it too. Even though I made that little blooper with the magnet, that just goes to show you're always learning, always growing, you know, making mistakes. Sometimes they're happy mistakes, sometimes they're piss you off mistakes, but You know, it's just all part of the process of being an artist and, you know, putting your best foot forward and all that. And if mistakes that I make help another person to not make them, then it's totally worth it. So that's the one with the magnet. Cute, right? Now I'm going in with the same damaged brush and I am just top coating it. Of course, you don't want to put the top coat over the satin top coat because it will just make it shiny again and it will take away from the 3D effect. So, you know, that's why I'm using a liner brush even though it's damaged. But, you know, I made the dots with it so you can go over with the top coat with the same brush, right? But I did want to point that out. Okay, so look at these beautiful foils. I showed them in an Aliexpress haul, and I got them because they have these super large flowers on there, and I was already thinking ahead to using this. I am using my iMethod Beauty UV Gel Foil Glue, and you can save 15% on any products from iMethod Beauty using code brcnails15, so save yourself some dough. So now on the dried brush nails, I am putting a nice not thick, but a nice even layer of the foil gel. And I'm actually going to paint all three before I put them in the lamp. So you want to put the foil on right after it comes out of the lamp. That's how it works best for me. So I'm not going to put them all in at once and then like let them cool down. You don't have to. I've used it before, but you know, just you know, I used it before like where it sat for a little while and it still worked great. But just my personal preference is, you know, to do it one at a time. Now you want to be careful when you're using foils like this, when it's like a design that you need to be really perfect about. Because, you know, like ombre ones and stuff like that is not a big deal. Or if they have a background color, you could paint the nail the background color. And then, you know, if there's any spots, it's not a big deal. Like if it's a big pattern. But when it comes to something like this, you want to make sure you get it in the right spot, because once it touches, it touches. So, you know, you're going to lose half your image if you're not careful. So the way I usually do it is I use my handy dandy silicone tool, and then I will use my fingers, and I will slowly lift up and see if the image is down. My gloves were kind of sticking to the nail because I did the whole nail in the foil glue. So it was a little, you know, it was a little hard to work with, but they came out gorgeous. They came out gorgeous. And it was only hard because I wear gloves. So look at that image. Look at it. Look at the paper after. That's the real proof, the paper after, right? Oh my goodness, love them. Love them. And I didn't want the shimmer to take away from the flowers themselves. Look at that. There are little streaks and stuff, but if you're really anal about it, you can straighten it up, go back, and go to, you know, make it line up again the way that it was, and you can get the image to be fixed. Because if it was bent, because I don't score my foils before I put them on. I know like Cherie from Just Nailed It, she scores her foils and her water decals and her stickers, but I prefer to put it on and work on it from there. And I don't, like I said, I don't really mind the actual like creases, because the iMethod Beauty, you just straighten out the foil, put it in, and it will just suck up the rest of the image. So here is the pointer finger or index finger. Now, I felt like the flower might have looked better if I did it the other way, but I didn't want to lose any of that beautiful flower with the gold in there and everything. It ties it together with the yellow. Just so perfect, so perfect. So here I am going in with my handy dandy silicone tool, and I'm pressing hard. Okay, I just want to let you know that I'm heavy-handed with everything. That's why I go through like brushes, files, anything like that. I always end up screwing them up very quickly. So that is that. I'm going at it with my fingers, and I am doing the test pull already. Now, this one gave me a little bit more trouble. I don't know why. It just happens to work that way sometimes. But I think it is beautiful. I love the way they all came out. You'll have to let me know what you think down below. but I think I did a good job mixing the classy flowers with the kawaii bee, but you will have to let me know. Okay, so here I am pulling off the foil, and there was a little part that I wanted to fix, so I went back, lined it up, and got it on there because, you know, I didn't want the flower to look like it was missing petals or something. So a quick and easy fix. You get both flowers looking perfect. And like I said, my gloves were sticking to the nail like nobody's business, like in the parts that didn't have the foils. And see, even this one, it looked like it wasn't going to lift right, so I just put the foil back down, you know, tap it up, and then, you know, go slowly. That's a big one. Go slowly. You don't want to rip it off, and, you know, that's a big way to have pieces fall off. Not fall off, but not be adhered to the nail. But see, look at, they look perfect, right? So beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, y'all, here is the finished look. I hope I did a good job melding the kawaii bee with the very classy flowers. You'll have to let me know. I like it, so I'm happy with it. And I hope that you guys learned something or enjoyed the video, all that good stuff. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube-y stuff, because it is important. Just Nailed It giveaway, 1,300 subscriber giveaway, is going to be open for a week from the day she announced it. So you still have some time to get in there. And that link will be in the description box. The website link is always in the description box. Always, always. Come check us out. We have the cutest stuff for spring and Easter. So I think that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a marvelous day. And thanks again. Mwah.